Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om. A warm welcome to today's talk by Brahmachari Samarth Chaitanyaji on Vangmay Ganesh. Brahmachari Samarth Chaitanyaji is associated with Sandipani, has passed out from Sandipani Sandnalaya in the 18th batch under the guidance of Pujya Guruji. With 12 years of association with the mission, he is proficient in Hindi, Marathi, English, and Sanskrit languages. Having studied Nyaya and Sanskrit in traditional Pathshala, Brahmachari Samarth Chaitanyaji is now posted at Chinmaya Prerna, New Mumbai, where he conducts classes, satsangs, and camps for all age groups on various Vedantic topics. We are grateful for his presence today, and I am sure his insights on Vangmay Ganesh will be enlightening. Let's give him a warm welcome. Om Ganeshaya Namah.
सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। Hari Om. So today we are talking about Vangmaya Ganesha. So what is Vangmaya Ganesha? Vang, Vani, Vak. Maya, full of. So Jnaneshwari is a very famous text written by Sant Jnaneshwar. It is a commentary on Bhagavad Gita, Marathi commentary on Bhagavad Gita. So, following the tradition, the Shishtachar, the tradition of great masters, Jnaneshwar Maharaj also starts his text with Mangalacharana. So, in his Mangalacharana, he has written a lot of shlokas. The meter is called OV in Marathi, you must be knowing. So, there are almost 20 OVs only on the Ganpati. Then there are some OVs on the Sharada and then Guru. This much is the big Mangalacharana. And in Jnaneshwari, at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end, all three places Mangalacharan is done. That also is another tradition. Say, आद्य मध्य अंते मंगलम कुर्यात, ऐसा एक शिष्टाचार आता है कि शुरुआत में मंगल करो, बीच में मंगल करो और अंत में मंगल करो. तो वैसा ही है. तो ये शुरुआत का जो मंगल है पहले अध्याय का, बिफोर एक्सप्लेनिंग दी गीता एट सच, जो धृतराष्ट्र वाच से शुरुआत होती है, उसका कमेंट्री लिखने से पहले सबसे पहले जो उन्होंने मंगलाचरण किया है, उसके कुछ पोर्शन जो है वो बड़े फेमस है, क्योंकि लता दीदी ने वो गाया है. पहली जो श्लोक है ना, ओम नमो जी आद्या वेद प्रतिपाद्या जय जय ससंवेद्या आदि रूपा, ये गाना आपने सुना होगा. वो एक्चुअली वो भगवत गीता के ज्ञानेश्वरी के मंगलाचरण के श्लोक है. तो इसमें क्या है, वांग्मय गणेश मतलब क्या, वाणी से ही, शब्दों से ही भगवान गणेश जी की पूरी मूर्ति बनी हुई है. लेकिन मूर्ति का एक स्ट्रक्चर्ड फॉर्मेट होता है. कहीं पे भी कुछ भी अगर जोड़ दे, मॉडर्न आर्ट नहीं है कि कान के जगह पे नाक, हाथ के जगह पे सिर, घुटने के जगह पे पैर, ऐसा नहीं है. एवरीथिंग हैज अ स्ट्रक्चर. तो ये सिर्फ रैंडम शब्द जो है उनसे गणपति की मूर्ति बनी है ऐसा नहीं है. वो वाणी है. वाणी मतलब क्या, जो अर्थवाही शब्द, अर्थवाही जो साउंड है, दैट इज द वाणी. द साउंड विच कन्वेज सम मीनिंग, दैट इज कॉल्ड वाणी. Otherwise there are many kind of sounds, no? Sound is there, noise is there, then some tinkling is there, here and there, hiss and fish there. But what is Vani? Vani means the sound which conveys some meaning. Ganpati, the form of Ganpati is made up of this kind of Vani itself. Okay, so we are going to see more about it. So what first he says namaskar, obviously. So it is namaskaratmakam mangalam. We know three types of mangalacharanas are there. Namaskaratmakam, ashirvadatmakam, vastu nirdeshatmakam. Here namaskara is done. So om namoji adya. Namoji, ji is a respectful suffix. Namaha, namaskar, no prostrations to you. To whom? Adya, the one who is the beginning, the one who himself is beginningless, but it's the beginning of everything else. Therefore Adya. Namoji Adya. And how we know that it is Adya? What is the proof that you say Ganpati is Adya? Veda Pratipadya. It is explained in the Vedas. And what is the nature of that Adya? It is not an inert thing. Even though it is a beginning of Jada, Chetan, both, still the Tattva to whom we are prostrating is not inert in itself. Therefore, Jaya Jaya Swasam Vedya, the one who knows itself by itself. Vedya means that which is known. Samvedya, that can be known very well. How can be very well? It can be known. See, we know everything through some medium. With the eyes, we know the form. With the ears, we listen the sound. Everything needs a medium to know. This being the very subject, not being the object, being the consciousness, it is swasamvedya. It can be known by itself only. No one else can know it. So it is samvedya. Samvedya means what? That which can be known very well, 100%. You can know it. How? Only by yourself. You have to be that. Otherwise, there is no option. And from the standpoint of that reality itself knows itself. No one else can know it. Why? Because it is the beginning. No effect can understand its cause. It being the very cause of everything, it knows itself. Therefore, Jaya Jaya Samvedya Atma Rupa. that doesn't mean it is something different from you. It is the very self of the nature of the self. The Pratyak Atma, the self which resides in my heart, it is the Swasamvedya, the Swayam Pratya, self-knowing reality pervading everything. To that reality, this is the Namaskar. Who is that reality? That reality itself is Ganesha. Deva Atuchi Ganeshu. Deva words means a deity. Devata, Deva means deity. Deva means the one who shines, one who is bright, brilliant. Divadhatu, from that Divadhatu it comes. That again implies the consciousness. Well, because Deva means the one who illumines. The illuminator is called Deva. And who illumines everything? Consciousness. At the end, consciousness illumines everything. Even the illuminator is illumined by the consciousness. Yes. Sun illumines all objects. What illumines the sun? A dead body cannot illumine the sun, cannot understand. क्योंकि consciousness नहीं है, manifest नहीं हो रहा. So consciousness is the illuminator of everything. Therefore, Devatuchi Ganeshu Sakalartha Mati Prakashu. He explains why is Deva. Deva means what? Deva means, one meaning of Deva is a deity. But deity is not the ultimate reality, because at the end it is a form. So when we say Deva, what we mean by that? To whom we are calling Ganesha, not to the one who is with this particular form and who has very limited ability to control certain things in the world. Because Devata's power is also limited. Not that. Sakala Artha Mati Prakashu. The one who illumines. Sakala Artha means objects. So all the objects and the Mati. Mati means the intellect. All the objects of the world are illumined by the intellect, known by the intellect. Who knows the intellect? It is the consciousness. So that consciousness is the Ganesha. Who is saying this? He says, Mane Nivrutti Dasu. Das of Nivrutti. Calling this. Dhaneshwar Maharaj says himself that he is the Das of Nivrutti. Dhaneshwar Maharaj, after writing the Dhaneshwari, stopped using his name as a Dhaneshwar or even Nivrutti Das. The Abhangas which are written by Dhaneshwar Maharaj, you will see all the Abhangas written by all the saints, there is a Nama Mudra. Nama Mhane, Tuka Mhane, Jnanadeva Mhane. Some of the Dhaneshwar Maharaj's Abhanga you will find this. But at some point, some Abhangas, it is not there. After returning the Dhaneshwari, that individuality was so much immersed into the Panduranga that he started using Panduranga's name as his Namamudra. Bapa Deva Rakhuma Devi Varu. This will be the word again and again coming in the Dhaneshwar Maharaj's name will not come. He will not use his own name, Jnana Deva Mane or Jnana Nivrutti Das. He will say Bapa Rakhuma Devi. In every Abhanga which is written after the writing the Dhaneshwari, he uses that. So here he is saying the idea is to do some work, you have to have the sense of individuality. ये मैं हूँ और मेरा ये कर्तव्य है. That falsified ego at least has to be maintained. So Dhaneshwar Maharaj is maintaining that falsified ego, badhita ahankar which we say. It is an imaginary ego which maintains the body of the jnani, realized person, gets work done through the body of that jnani. Through that standpoint, Dhaneshwar Maharaj is doing this. But in that also, he is humble, so he is not using his name. He is saying, Mane Nivrutti Dasu, Avadhari Jogi. And what he says to all the Shrotas, he says, please listen to this carefully, please understand this carefully, that Ganapati who is there, that Ganpati is the absolute reality, pure consciousness, who illumines everything. Okay? Now, if it is a pure consciousness which illumines everything, which pervades everything, how it can come to one particular form? Oh, ते शब्द ब्रह्म अशेष तेची मूर्ति सुवेश अथ वर्णवपु निर्दोष मीरवितसे. That Shabda Brahma manifest as a form. First is a Akshara Brahma, immutable reality. Okay? Shuddha Chaitanya. That Shuddha Chaitanya manifests as a Shabda Brahma. Shabda Brahma is what? Shabda Brahma has two meanings. One is Onkara, Pranava is called Shabda Brahma, and another Shabda Brahma means is Vedas. The entire knowledge of Veda is called Shabda Brahma. So that entire knowledge of Veda is Shabda Brahma. Reality, truth in the form of words. That becomes the Murti. That becomes the Vesha. It is a Vesha. It is taken up. हम ऊपर से पहनते अपने ऊपर एक लेयर एक्स्ट्रा. Like that, the ultimate reality, supreme reality, takes that Vesha on itself, and that itself becomes his body. Varna Vapu Nirdosha. How the body of Bhagavan is? First is it is Nirdosha. ऐसा कुछ उसमें दोष दिखाने के लिए जगह नहीं. Even though the form of Ganpati is such that the lower body is of human and upper body is of elephant, you cannot say this is wrong. Why? Because this is how it is, and this is what we love. Just imagine, without soon, without big ears, some murti is kept and we say, ye Ganpati ka murti hai. What is this, man? Who made this stupid fellow? There is only one temple in India who is with the monk. It is in Tamil Nadu. He says it is the form of Ganpati before Shivji cut his head. Only one temple. Otherwise, everywhere you go, Ganpati is like this only. But that is the nirdosha. There is no dosha in that. That is the most beautiful form. And how this body is made? It is made up of varna. Varna means sounds. The akshara syllables which are there, it is combination of vowel and consonant. Only consonant and only vowel together they are called as varna. That's why we use the varna mala. For alphabet, Indian languages word is varna mala. Varna mala means series of varnas. A, I, U, U till Chanya. So 52 are there. सुनता है वो. So that is the varna. Varna is the vapu. Varna has become his body. Nirdosha. Why Nirdosha? Because the basis of foundation of it is Vedas. Veda is revelation of Bhagavan himself. Bhagavan himself has told how I have created a world, why I have created a world, what you should do in this world, what you should not do in this world, and how you will reach me. Everything is explained by him. That's why that Vapu, that body, which is made up of those words only, those sounds only, it is Nirdosha. Miravatase. And Bhagavan adorns it. Bhagavan carries it with all grace. उनको ऐसा नहीं है कि जबरदस्ती किसी को हमारे ऊपर हम थोप देना. You how to wear sari because traditional program है. Then how you have to wear dhoti for Havan puja. Then we become uncomfortable. भगवान has no problem. मैंने मेरे मर्जी से लिया है, मेरे मर्जी से मैं छोड़ सकता हूँ. So he has no problem. Miravatase. Then what are different organs? There are different organs. So, smriti techi avayava. देखा आंगिक भाव वेद तेथ लावण्याची ठेव अर्थ शोभा. All different organs of body or the different limbs. What are those? All different smritis. Manusmriti, Yajnavalkya Smriti, Vasishta Smriti. There are a lot of smritis. Smriti are said to be the interpretation of Veda as per Dharma Shastra. How main function of Smriti is to dictate do's and don'ts. Kartavya karma and nishiddha karma, vyavahar, and if someone does nishiddha karma, prayashchitta. All that is the main topic of Smriti. Then it a little bit talks about the niti, morality, etc. Then how to run the rajya for kings, all these things are there. But primarily it is dharma shastra. It tells how to live a life. That itself is the different body parts of Bhagavan, limbs of Bhagavan. And from where those body part gets their beauty, from where those they are made in so well structured, in well proportion, they say artha shobha. Word of smritis are not useless, meaningless. That artha itself creates the that shape of Bhagavan. If there is no artha, there are only words which make no sense. How it will be? Kuch to likha hai, just random. Then it makes no sense. It doesn't look beautiful. But if there is a structure, there is a pattern, we understand something through it, automatically it starts looking beautiful. Like how we write and how poets write. Words are same. But why we like the poems? What is big in that? One is a structure and another is the depth of the meaning, which is connected. So the Bhagavan's body, which is so beautiful, every part, every limb, every organ is in proper proportion. Even though he is Lambodara, that big belly also looks beautiful. Why? Because it is made up of meaning of the Shruti. Shruti ka artha jo hai, that is creating all the body of Bhagavan. Then there are different ornaments also worn by Bhagavan. Different कंकण है, कुंडल है, हार है. What are all those things? अष्टादश पुराणे तीची मणिभूषणे पदपद्धति खोणे प्रमेय रत्नांची. All the ornaments worn by Bhagavan are nothing but the 18 Puranas. Therefore, different. Every Purana has different thing. Essence is again same. Every ornament has same essence. Gold. So Ashtadasha Purana tells ek hi cheez. There is only one ultimate Ishvara which manifests as a Devi, as a Ganesh, as a Vishnu, as a Narayan, as a Shiva, as a Skanda, as a Narmada. You take a name. What it is only one thing. Same way, all the ornaments, nothing but gold only. But I did not want bangles. I wanted necklace that also this particular shape and this particular size. Why? Because we are always looking at the name and form. वो सोनार को पास तोलने को जाओ वो गिनता है 22 कैरेट 10 ग्राम इतना रुपया मिलेगा, बात खत्म. उसको शेप से बड़ी नहीं है, नकाशी कितना है, nothing he cares. So all the Ashtadasha Puranas, they are the ornaments worn by Bhagavan. Why? Because they again in different forms, in different stories, in different leelas, they tell only one reality. They are the ornaments worn by Bhagavan. Padapaddhati Khovane, and all ornaments are worn at particular way. Every ornament has its own place and the way of wearing it. What is that? All the shlokas, all the padas. Pada means the words which are placed in the Puranas. That is the placement of the ornament. Oh, if we read original Purana or even any translation other than English language, भारतीय किसी भी भाषा में आप ट्रांसलेशन पढ़ो, it looks so beautiful to read. मतलब वो पढ़ना अपने आप में आनंद देता है, just looking at the flow of that story. बाकी आपको उसका कुछ सिग्निफिकेंस समझे ना समझे, भक्ति हो ना हो, doesn't matter. Just look at it as a story, it's a beautiful. Why? Because everything is placed in a perfect place. That's how all the ornaments are. कंफ्यूजन नहीं है, कान में जो पहना है वो सच में बाली है या कंगन इधर इधर के जगह पे इधर डाला है. नॉट लाइक दैट. तो पद पद्धति खोने, ऑल द ऑर्नामेंट्स विच आर ओन बाय भगवान, इट इज पद पद्धति, द प्लेसमेंट ऑफ द डिफरेंट पदस. एंड व्हाट आर दोस पद, व्हाट डिड दोस पद, व्हाट द वर्ड्स टेल? प्रमेय रत्न. प्रमेय मीन्स द ऑब्जेक्ट विच इज नोन. That itself is a ratna. So all the different gemstones and ratnas, all the monies which are studied in the ornaments, they are different things explained by the Puranas. Sometime Purana will talk about upasana, sometime it will talk about jnana, sometime it will talk about karma, sometime it will talk about artha, all different purusharthas, or sometime it will talk about bhakti yoga, sometime it will talk about jnana yoga. All these are things to be known, objects of perception, object of knowledge. It is called prameya, that which is known. So that prameya is all the ratnas. Why? Because they catch the eye and they are adorned in the words. Words are the abhushanas. So they are beautifully, they are placed. ऊपर से लगता है स्टोरी है, लेकिन बीच में ऐसे करके नॉलेज आ जाए. द मेन इसेंस विल बी कन्वेड विदाउट एनी कंफ्यूजन. दैट आर द ऑल ऑर्नामेंट्स ओन बाय भगवान. पदबंधनागर तेची रखिले अंबर, जेथ साहित्यवाणी सपूर उजाळाचे. पदबंध is शब्द रचना, the construction of the word. Sometimes we will see, sometimes in Puranas they will use long words, samastapada, 7-8 words they will do pack in one word. इतना बड़ा एक लाइन पूरा अनुष्टुप छंद के 16 अक्षरों का एक शब्द होता है. और sometimes you will see it is separate. Everywhere you will see the vibhakti. One word, every word has connection with the next word, with the next word, with the next word. Small words, but they are in the series. This is called padabandha. And how it is nagara. Nagara means what? Nagara means that which is not grammatically incorrect or anything. Well accepted language, which is grammatically correct and sounds also good to listen. That kind of padarachana. Sometimes what happens, grammatically correct is construction is there, but it sounds very rough, it sounds very dry. Then it is not considered as nagara. So nagara means very beautifully maintained creation of the word, construction of the word. That itself is ambara. That is the cloth. Like cloth has different threads woven together. Different words are woven together. Sometimes very close, tightly in one samastapada. Sometimes loose away from each other in different words. That is the ambara. Sahityavani. This is the material used for creation of the cloth. So the rakta vastra, which is worn by Bhagwan, that vastra is what? All the different words which are there in all these Puranas, all the mantras, etc. Very beautiful. Ujala say, and how it is? It is bright, shining, not dull. Because it is, see, cloth, if it extremely good quality cloth has good strength, color is also good, but we say there is no shine in it. ऐसा वो attract नहीं कर रहा है. It is very dull, doesn't look good. We will not use it. क्यों? बाकी चमकता हुआ एक धुलने में जो फटके चिंदी हो जाएगा ऐसा भी होगा तो भी चलेगा. But it has to be bright shine. So all the words, they are very well constructed, very beautifully made. Quality is also good. That does not compromise with the beauty. That's why it is ujala. All the threads which are there, even though at the end of cloth, if you see particularly our Indian traditional wear dhoti, which is not stitched, so you will see the open threads. They also shine. They also gives beauty. Feta and all, when we wear that open thread, it will have some uneven threads shining. That also looks good. So why? Because the material is good. Like that, whatever Bhagavan is wearing, it is well constructed words. These are the words by Rishis. Vyasji has compiled all the Puranas. So his construction is fantastic. That is the Vastra worn by Bhagavan. We are just going through just like that because we have time constraint. Otherwise, one movie is topic for entire section. Then, other than Puranas, etc., there are so many things which are written by great people, but they are not the rishis, they are not the saints. What are those? Kavya, etc., Natak, etc. So, what are those? देखा काव्य नाटका जे निर्धार का सकौतुका त्याची रुंधुणती चित्रघंटिका अर्थध्वनि. What are these kavya natak, etc.? If you are including everything which is made up of words and it is there with Bhagavan. So kavya natak also you have to include. Natya Shastra is also, it is called Panchama Veda. So if you say Vani is the body of Bhagavan or entire form of Bhagavan, not only body, body, ornaments, clothes, etc. So what is this, where this place Natya, etc. I say, there are small ghantas, small bells are there in different ornaments. Like पैंजन वगैरह जो होते हैं, पायल जो है, उसमें छोटे छोटे घंटे होते हैं. Even in for males particularly, if you see, sometimes in the neck also some small ghanti will be placed on hands, wrist, etc. Small ghantis will be there. Or natak, etc. are those ghantis, small ghantis, which makes kin sound, but it attracts. So all those things, and it is sakautuka. Sakautuka means what? It is praised by everyone. Everyone gets attracted by them, and everyone likes it immediately. आपको कुछ नहीं समझ में आता तो भी आप नाटक देखोगे तो भी आपको पसंद आएगा. You don't need to understand the theory of acting and this technique, that technique, ये स्कूल वो स्कूल, कुछ जरूरत नहीं है. ये स्टाइल का ड्रामा में विंग्स इस्तेमाल होते हैं, इसमें हम क्या बोलते हैं विंग्स लाइट इस्तेमाल नहीं करते, दिस इज ओपन प्ले, एंड कुछ जानने की जरूरत नहीं. आप जाके बैठो देखो, दैट इटसेल्फ इज कैचिंग. सेम वे द घंटा विच इज देयर, इवन इफ यू डोंट सी, जस्ट साउंड, इफ घंटा साउंड इज वेरी नाइस, दैट नो विंड चाइम्स आर देयर, दे साउंड वेरी नाइस, immediately it catches. So like that, sakautuka, tachi rudhunati arthadhvani. That doesn't mean that sound is also useless sound. It also has some artha. In that ghanta only, what is there? Is there nana prameyanchi pari ripuni pahata kusari disati uchita pade madhari ratnamani ratne bhali. In that kavya natak also, in that small ghantas also, very beautifully some knowledge, some essence, some prameya is there. Very beautifully it is embedded in them. Nipunapane pahata kusari. If you look at those ghantas, you will see from far away, if you see, it will say it's just a ghantas, one ring, one chain of ghantas. But if you go and see very beautifully, that ghanta also will make some design in itself. Apart from the sound, it will make some design also. That is called kusar. Kala kusar word we use. Na? So kusari. Kusari means what? They are embedded in very beautiful form. What is that? In Natak also. Somewhere you will find dharma, somewhere you will find Bhagwan, somewhere you will find jnana, somewhere you will find jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, something, kahi pe hoga. Ratne bhari, uchita pade madhari, and in between, some words are such which are to like gems. Particularly if you see Sanskrit Natak or any traditional old Natak from any language, if you see, some message will be there which is very much important to apply in our life. Those are the gems. So some ghantas will not have just one metal ball. In place of that ball in between or that pendulum, it will have some ratna or some, that ghanta will be studded with gems. So like that, in Kavya Natak also, some places you will find beautiful gems of knowledge. Ratne bhari, beautiful ratna is also there in Kavya Nataka. So those are all the ghantas worn by Bhagwan. Next, Bhagwan on top of his dhoti wears a mekhala. Mekhala is kamarband. So either it can be a golden, silver kamarband, or it can be a shela, a cloth itself, a different color cloth. It will be tied above the dhoti. So what is that? So Bhagavan says, Te vyasadikanchi mati, techi mekhala miraviti, sokhalapane zhalkati pallava sarka. The buddhi of all the rishis, that buddhi has come together to make the mekhala, kamarband of Bhagavan. See, why? Because that buddhi is never away from Bhagavan. No matter what they do, no matter what shastra they are commenting upon, no matter what karma they are doing, no matter what tapas they are doing, they never go away from Bhagavan. It is like a tightly bound to Bhagavan. So that buddhi makes the mekhala, kamarband of Bhagavan. And that mekhala has, if you see the shela, if it is cloth, then it will have one loose end that flows with the wind. And if you move, it just shakes. And that itself looks very beautiful. If it is tied properly, a clumsy person, if they tie this shela, it looks very bad. But if it is tied very well, that itself, Bhagavan Shri Krishna, you will always see one cloth separate and one shela. Many places, if you see depiction of Bhagavan Shri Krishna, he is always with that shela. That also catches our eyes. No, that also is there. Zhalakati, chokhalapane zhalakati, pallava sarka. It is called pallava. Pallava means extension. Pallava literally means what called germination, new tree branch which starts so sprout. It is called pallava. So it is an extension of. It is not just around the waist. Thoda bahar bhi ja raha hai, but that also again looks beautiful. That also attracts the. So sometimes this Vyasa etc., Vyasadeva etc., all the rishis, they will talk something other than, every time they will not talk about Satchidananda, Satchidananda, Satchidananda. Kuch thoda aisa idhar bol zaruri hai. Why? Because it catches. That Shakha Chandra Nyay, you know, if someone we have to show the moon, then we show that, look at that branch and then go up, go up, go up. Why? Because it is in our capacity to look at the branch. So Vyasji etc. also sometimes in some places he will talk about, so ki tum ye karo to ye milega, ye karo to ye milega, on all the Puranas etc., Falashruti etc. If you see, Vishnu Sahasranam also has long Falashruti. If you read this, ye milega. If you read this, ye milega. Arta, Vishanna, Shithilascha, Bhita, all these things. Kyun? Because those people otherwise, how they will turn to Bhagwan? The way that moving Shela attracts people from far away. Same way, sometimes when the essence, the truth of God is not spoken by the rishis, still it attracts people and brings them closer to Bhagwan. By one way or other. That is the Shela, that is the Mekhla, Vyasadikanchamati. So, and what to talk about Vyasji, उनका तो इतना कार्य है, and ज्ञानेश्वर महाराज से व्यास आदि कांचा, not only Bhagwan Veda Vyas, all the rishis are, so many rishis are there. The buddhi of all is again centered on Bhagwan. No matter how far they go, वो शेला दूर जाके कितना जाएगा, कमर से तो छूटेगा नहीं. Oh, it comes back to there only, Pallava Sarkar. Now, the main body. Bhagwan has different ayudhas in his hand. Hands are also in different positions. What are those? Yes. देखा षड्दर्शने मणिपती तेची भुजांची आकृती म्हणून विसंवादे धरती आयुधे हाती. षड्दर्शnas are his arms. Bhagwan's arms are what? षड्दर्shana. So, but Bhagwan has only 4 arms. Chaturbhujam. Ekadantam Chaturbhujam. Then what? But Ganpavati Bhagwan's one name is Panchahasta. You know, trunk itself is considered, because it can do everything hand can do. Elephant trunk is as good as hand. It can pick up a needle from ground, and it can pick up a log of tree also. So, a hand can do everything a trunk can do. So it is called Panchahasta. So 5 hastas are there, and one danta. That danta also Shankara Jnaneshwar Maharaj includes in the षड्दर्शnas. So all 5 ayudhas have different things in his hand. So therefore Visamvadi ayudhe hati. Visamvadi means what? Different. This hand has something different, this hand has something different, this hand has something different, this hand has something different. Why? Because षड्दर्shana, they talk different things. The goal of every darshana, purpose of every darshana shastra is different. So therefore, they will not be same. कैसे होंगे? Same. Darshana itself means vision, viewpoint. So everyone has their own viewpoint, different things. So every shastra, every darshan shastra considers reality in different way. But all those shastra cumulatively help to understand us the absolute reality. ऐसा कोई शास्त्र नहीं है which doesn't help us. Now, particularly if we see all the shastras which are studied now as a hardcore knowledge system, in thorough, in practice, they are all helpful for Vedanta. If you see, Nyaya Shastra is studied very well, Mimamsa Shastra is studied very well, Vyakarana is studied very well, Yoga Shastra, Ashtanga Yoga is studied very well by different people. All those things help in understanding of Vedanta at some place or another. So all these things, all these ayudhas, they appear different. Why? Because their purpose is different. But at the end, if I am wielding all those ayudhas, I will use it for my one purpose only, na? Why Bhagwan use all the ayudhas? एक ही काम है ना, परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां, दूसरा कुछ काम नहीं है. So purpose is same, even though they appear different. So the षड्दर्शnas, different shastras tells different things. लेकिन particular step पे वो understanding जरूरी होता है. That's why he is wielding all the things. Now, what different shastras he is wielding? He says, तरी तर्कतोच फरसु नीति भेदु अंकुशु वेदांत तो महारसु मोदकु निर्वे. Tarkashastra. Tarkashastra is Nyaya. Nyaya Shastra. In that also, particularly here, when Tarkashastra is said, it is Kanadiya Vaisheshika Shastra. Okay. There are two logic schools in Indian philosophy. One is Nyaya, one is Vaisheshika. So, that Vaisheshika Shastra, which talks about Sapta Padarthas, one of them is Vishesha, therefore the name Vaisheshika. That is the Farsu. It is mainly Tarkashastra. Why Tarkashastra is Farsu? Because Tarkashastra mainly works on Anuman Praman, inference. So with the inference, it is very easy to deduct, very easy to separate, understand. Viveka is very easy if your analysis is good. If you are able to do logical deduction very well, you can get the Viveka very properly. What is the work of Farsu? Separate. एक चीज है उसके दो भाग करो, जो जरूरी है वो रखो, जो अनावश्यक है वो फेंक दो. That's why tarka is required. Shankaracharya also used lot of anuman praman in his bhashya, etc. Because without logic you will not understand. In Vedanta also we say there are different ways to understand. One is Shruti, another second is Yukti. Yukti is what? Yukti is logic. For श्रवण we use Shruti. Shruti का ज्ञान सुनते हम उपनिषद में. For manana, Yukti is required. Logical analysis is required. For that, Tarka helps. So therefore that Tarka is Farsu. Niti Bhedu Ankushu. Niti, again, Niti here not in the meaning of the moral, etc. Niti Shastra ke hisab se nahi. It is a Gautamiya Nyaya. Implication to Gautamiya. As Gautamiya Nyaya talks more about the Padartha Jnana. So that is Ankusha. When you understand the objects properly, उसका nature क्या क्या है पता चल गया, then you can control yourself. ये problem है, ये problem है, ये problem है, रोको अपने आप को. That is the Ankusha. If you understand the reality of object at material level only, to forget spiritual level. At the end, in spirituality, everything is mithya only. But forget that Vedantic part. Materially, if you understand, you will restrain from so many things. पता है रात को 11 बजे उठ के इंस्टेंट नूडल नहीं खानी चाहिए, बट नेचर इज नॉट नोन, सो खा लेते हैं. फॉर दैट व्हाट यू नीड, फॉर दैट you need understand of that object. That Padartha Jnana is very much focused on by the Gautamiya. In Gautamiya there are 24 Padarthas. उनको include करके कणाद में सिर्फ 7 में भर दिया उनको. So more on the knowledge of objects. So therefore it is Niti Bhedu Ankusha. Gautamiya Nyaya is a Ankusha. And what Vedanta to Maharasu. Vedanta is absolute Ananda. In Upanishad it is said, Raso vai saha rasagyevayam labdha anandi bhavati. The ultimate reality is rasa, essence, taste. What is that? Vedantam is Maharasa. The taste, ultimate Ananda is where it is in Vedanta. Modaku mirve. Then Modaku is Vedanta. The word Modaka itself means the one who gives joy. Moda karoti, modam karoti iti modaka. Is that which makes happy. और वो चीज़ ही ऐसी है. Modak is such that even if it is not so well made, उसके अंदर तक एक बार पहुंच गए ना वो अच्छा ही होता है. You just remove external covering if it is thick, if it is not very well cooked. अंदर जो गुड़ और नारियल का है, that always tastes very good. So that is the Vedanta. Modaku is Vedanta. So he is holding, ready to give to anybody, whoever comes. So in two bhujas, Tarka and Nyaya, it is there, Vaisheshika and Nyaya, to discriminate and to control. And Modaka is there for enjoyment. वो देने के लिए भगवान बैठे. मोदक मिर्वे एक हाथी दंतु तो स्वभाविता खंडित तो बौद्ध मत संकेतु वार्तिकांचा. In one hand, in some places you will see Bhagwan holds his broken teeth in his hand. When he was writing the Mahabharata, he broke. About that breaking of teeth, there are multiple stories. In one story, Bhagwan Parshuramji cut it with his parshu. In one story, he himself to write the story. In one place, he used it to kill the Sindurasura. The Sindurasura struck Bhagwan with weapon. That time his teeth fall down and Bhagwan killed Sindurasura with that same. That broken danta is what? It is the sanket of Bauddha Mata. The Bauddha Darshan, Shunyavad. It is broken. उसमें उसको सबने डिस्कार्ड कर दिया. शंकराचार्य with his logic, before that Kumaril Bhatta with his Mimamsa Shastra, and before that the Yoga Darshan, Sa Ishvara Sankhya, it is called Yoga Darshan, Patanjali Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. They established the existence of Ishvara with logic, with argument, with debate against the Bauddha Mata. Because Bauddha Mata does not accept the presence of existence of Ishwar. They say it is absolute, no, void. उसको ईश्वर की कुछ जरूरत नहीं है. Ishwar has no place in this world. That was countered by the so the hand in which the broken teeth is held, that hand is Patanjali Yoga Shastra, Ashtanga Yoga, which broke. The Vartika word is there. That is Patanjali Yoga. And that teeth itself is indication of Bauddha Mata. Okay? That he is holding in his hand. Holding in his hand, why? Because it is there, na? It is not that it's not that everyone stopped using it. It does exist. Even though it is broken, it does exist. Bauddha Mata Sanketu, Vartikansa. Then there is Ashirvada Hasta. Remaining what? 4 hand ho gaye. Modak Hasta ho gaya. Then one hand is either he is holding a danta. Sometimes in place of Ankush only he holds the heart. And then one Ashirvad, Varada Hasta is there. What is that? Magasahase Satkaravadu to Padmakaravadu Dharma Pratishthatho Siddhu Abhaya Hasta. The Abhaya Hasta, Varada Hasta, which is there. Bhagwan, where Bhagwan claims that I will protect all my devotees. He assures everyone. That is Sankhya Darshan. Sankhya Darshan is called Satkarya. There are 2 ways to explain the creation. One is called Satkaryavad, one is called Asatkaryavad. Asatkaryavad is Bauddha Darshan, etc. They say from Asat, the Sat came. From nothing, everything came. And some say how it is possible. From nothing, everything cannot come. From something, everything can come. Something can come. It is called Satkaryavad. That means what? The creation exists and it manifests. The cause is also there and effect is also there. It is called Satkaryavad. Then that Satkaryavad is again divided into 2 parts. One is called Parinamavada, one is called Vivartavada. So Sankhya accepts the Parinamavada. They say the creation which has happened, that is real creation. You just only have to understand distinction between inert and conscious. But conscious is equally real, inert is also equally real. So therefore it is called Parinamavada. Satkaryavad. Right? Vedanta accepts Vivartavada. We say inert is not there at all. It is only appearing because consciousness decides to manifest in that form. Without changing itself, it manifests as the effect. That is Vivartavada accepted by Vedanta. So here Satkaryavad is Sankhya Mata. That Sankhya Mata is Abhayahasta. Why Abhayahasta? Sankhya Mata is Abhayahasta because before even you enter into Vedanta, तुमको ये पता चल जाता है कि there is no void. वो assurance देता है कि हाँ मेरा कुछ तो existence है. If not ultimate Satchidananda Brahma, at least I am not made up of nothing. So it gives assurance. Even if you don't reach to that experience, it gives you assurance. Tum ho, you are very much there. That is the Abhayahasta. Then what is it? Then the Shundadanda, which is there. Soon, the trunk of Bhagavan. What is that? Is Jetha Paramanandu Kevalu Vivekavantu Suvimalu. See, Shundadanda is what? Shundadanda is nothing but the Ananda, Sukha, which is experienced by the study of all the Shastra. Because, see, from Ganpati's standpoint, if you see, how he will enjoy the Modak, he will take in this soon only and enjoy. Na? So, Modak, if Vedaka is Vedanta, what is the direct instrument to enjoy it? It is the Shundadanda. So, that is the Ananda, that is the bliss which we get. It is the Shundadandu. And how that Shundananda is Vivekavanta. It has Viveka, what to pick and what not to pick. Then only you can get the knowledge. If you pick something which is supposed to be dropped, then you will not get the happiness. Therefore it is Vivekavanta, Shundadandu. Samvadatochi Dashanu. The conversation between Guru and Shishya is the Danta. Because it is outside, na? So it is projecting out. So conversation, Samvad, Prashnottar, that is the Dashana. And it is how Supradanta. It is Nirmal Shubhra. The conversation between Guru and Shishya has to be without any prejudice, without any assumption. मेरे गुरु मेरे तरफ ध्यान ही नहीं देते, उनके बाकी के लोग ही उनको ज़्यादा पसंद है. Without all these things, and from Guru's side also, कि इसको कितना भी सिखा के कुछ फायदा नहीं है. All these things should not be there. This is all mala. That should not be there. So it is Shubhra, Nirmal, and Unmesa Sukshma Vignarajo. And Jnana, knowledge is in Sukshma Drishti. He is very keen observer, understand everything. Deva Sukshma Vignaraju. Therefore he understands kidhar problem hai, kidhar problem nahi hai. Why Ganpati is Vignaraj? Because before acting, he knows whether this action will be a calamity or a blessing. Therefore he can control. हमारा बाद में होता है ना, अरे चलो करो 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 करो, अरे भगवान कहाँ फंसा दिया, भगवान ने किधर फंसाया? You entered on your own free will and then you say भगवान किधर फंसा दिया. So therefore सूक्ष्म ikshana is the jnana drishti he has. And then at the end Shankaracharya said maja avagamalya mimamsa shavani sthani bodhamritamni aliseviti. He both the what I have understood is both the mimamsa, purva mimamsa and uttar mimamsa is his 2 years. Mimamsa means again analysis of Veda as per karma or dharma. Karma means what? Vidhi nisheth, that is dharma, papa punya, is purva mimamsa. And Brahma is the essence where the Vedas are interpreted in the form of Brahman. Considering Brahman as the main theme, then it is called Uttar Mimamsa. So, Purva Mimamsa is also analysis of Veda, understanding the meaning of Veda based on the Karma Bhaga. And Jnana Bhaga is Uttar Mimamsa. Those are the Shravana, those are the ears. So, we hear from listening only, we get the knowledge. of both Dharma also and Brahma also. No, the way Brahma Sutra is there, starts with Athato Brahma Jitnyasa. Same way, the Jaiminiya Sutra is there, it starts Athato Dharma Jitnyasa. It is Dharma para interpretation of the Vedas. It is Purva Mimamsa. And Brahma para interpretation of Vedas is Uttar Mimamsa. These are the both years. Then Dvaita, Advaita are his two Nikumba. Nikumba is elephant. If you see, elephant has two big hemispheres, half circles on his head. No, the head is made such that it has two distinct curves. They are what? They are the Dvaita, Advaita. व्यवहार में द्वैत है, अनुभव में अद्वैत है, not different. तुलसीदास जी says ना, अर्थ गिरा जल वीची सम कही अत भिन्न न भिन्न. So my relation with reality is how you cannot say whether it is bhinna or abhinna, whether it is bheda or abheda, dvaita or dvaita. You cannot tell. Why? Because in essence, in Satchidananda Swarupa it is Advaita, but when it comes to Vyavahara, acting through the Upadhis, Ishwara's Upadhi and my Upadhi are completely different. Upadhi of Jiva can never be as good as Ishwara. The way Bhagwan can manifest and do things in the world, a Jiva can never do. So they, in that part, always Dvaita will be there. And in the essence, there is absolute Advaita. That are the Gandasthala of element. They are very close. Join. But एक standpoint से एक है, एक standpoint से एक है. That is the Gandasthala, Kumbha, Mastakavadi. Then all there are flowers and durvas, all offered at the head of Bhagwan at the feet. What are those? Upari Dashopanishade, Tethe Udare Jnanamakarande, Tithe Kusume Mukati Sugande Shobhati Bali. All the Upanishads are the flowers, fragrant flowers adorned on the Mukut of Bhagwan. Dashopanishads. They are the giving the knowledge, they are spreading the fragrance. Fragrance reaches very far. So, the knowledge, the essence of Bhagwan is taken ahead by the Upanishads. Otherwise, every time we have to wait to Bhagwan to give knowledge to somebody, then from that we will get, Bhagwan has made the arrangement. Upanishads are there, that itself will convey this knowledge ahead and ahead. So this is the form of Ganpati. At the end, what Jnaneshwara Maharaj say? Akara charana yugalam. Ukara udara vishada, makara mahamandala mastakakara. The pranava onkara is the form of Ganpati. Because all the words, all the shabda, they rise from Om. They are the very basic sounds. Any children who cannot talk, this sound they can make. First sound child makes is only. It is only, always. And when you just close the mouth, then so all other varnas, all other alphabets, they are modifications of this u and ma only. So that is the form. So both the legs which are there, it is akara, udara, ukara, the belly is ukara, and makara is mastaka. Right? Because if you chant amna, you will find vibrations here. Any other word you speak, you will experience vibration from here to here, from your throat to belly. You will see. If you chant very nice, you will see the vibrations here. So that is the form. See, the Onkara itself is Ganpati. अब उसको 90 डिग्री घुमाओ ओंकार लिख के देखो गणपति दिखते कि नहीं. U is there, then that curve is there, Chandra is there. You just turn it, It is a head, up, then sound is there, trunk is there, and ear is there, big ear. So, Omkar Pranava is Ganesha. ती तीनही एकट होली ते शब्द ब्रह्मेकडे म्या गुरुत्वेन मिले आदि बीज. भगवान at the conclusion of this, what Jnanadev Maharaj says, ki this is the adi bija. From there, that Omkara, everything has risen. The entire creation has come up with the Omkara only. Brahmaji starts Om Atha, then he starts the creation. So from that Omkara, everything has risen. It is the adi bija. All these three, they are there. Akara, Ukara, Makara. It is the Shabda Brahma. Ganapati is the Shabda Brahma. And because of Guru Krupa, I understood it. Miya Guru Krupena mile. And I am able to do namaskar to this because of my Guru. Adi Bija. So this is the Vangmay Ganesh. The entire form of Ganapati is nothing but the Vani. Starting from the Vedas till the Upanishad, Purana, Natya, Kavya, whatever you say, all the words, they are not away from the Bhagwan. And Bhagwan is not away from them. It has very beautiful another meaning. When we say Shabda is Bhagwan, Bhagwan is Shabda, it means Bhagwan is everything. Why? Because everything is nothing but names. Vikaro namadheyam. Essence is only one. Everything is just because you call it by different name, it becomes different. Otherwise, the essence is one only. So the world of multiplicity is nothing but different sounds which are associated with that different form. In Chandogya Upanishad, Vikaro Namadhev. All other things, there is only one reality. All other else is Vikar of what? Nam. Just because you call it by that name, it is that. एक ही आटा होता है, उसका पूरी बनता है, रोटी बनता है, ब्रेड बनता है, बिस्किट बनता है. वो बिस्किट के 50 प्रकार होते हैं और छोटे बच्चे झगड़ते हैं. Have you eaten those biscuits with different animal forms? Children fight ना. मुझे घोड़ा चाहिए, मुझे हाथी चाहिए, उसको शेर क्यों मिला? The one who understand it is a same atta, same taste, same salt, same sugar, they will just eat. No, all the different names is just name. At essence, it is one and the same thing. So when we say Shabda is Bhagwan, means Bhagwan is everything. Bhagwan is this Jagat Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Ganpati Atharvasya says, Tumev Sarvam Khalvidam Brahmasi. What is that? You call it Shabda Brahma or you call it Satchidananda Brahma? So at here and beyond, in the Vyavaharika Satta also, Bhagwan is everything, and in Paramarthik Satta also, Bhagwan is only everything. So that is the meaning of this Vangmay Ganesha. So we pray that we get the blessings of Bhagwan Ganesha to experience his both Vyavaharika and Paramarthika nature. Everywhere, whatever we see, we may see the nature of God, and we experience that Atma Rupa, that absolute oneness with Bhagwan. With this, we'll conclude. We'll do the Arati. Shanti.
Hari Om. So very beautifully deconstructed and constructed Ganpati Ji. I'm sure henceforth, whenever we'll have a look at Ganpati Ji, there will be a lot of things for us to watch, right from Kamarband to the Penjan to the flow of the Kamarband. Amazing. I mean, from the Modak. So I feel henceforth we'll not be looking at the Murti of Ganesh Ji, but we'll be looking at the whole thing and what it signifies. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Hari Om. We shall now do the Aarti. Before that, I would call upon Poonamji and Dipalji to just give a small token of appreciation. Dipalji is the secretary of Chinmay Mission Prakash Zone, and Poonamji is one of the sevaks who has been taking a lot of pain for the whole thing which has come up over here so beautifully. Thank you, Dipal and Poonamji. We shall now do the Aarti.
सुख करता दुख हरता वार्ता विघ्नाची मुरवी पूर्वी प्रेम कृपा जयाची सर्वांगी सुंदर उटी शेंदुराची कंठी झळके माळ मुक्ता फळाची जय देव जय देव जय देव जय देव जय मंगल मूर्ती दर्शन मात्रे मन कामना पूर्ती जय देव जय देव रत्न खचित फरा तुझ गौरी कुमरा चंदनाची उटी कुमकुम केशरा हिरे जडित मुकुट शोभतो भरा झुणझुणती नूपुरे चरणी घागरिया जय देव जय देव जय देव जय देव जय मंगल मूर्ती दर्शन मात्रे मन कामना पूर्ती जय देव जय देव पीतांबर फणीवर बंधना सरळ सोंड वक्र तुंड त्रिनयना दास रामाचा वाट पाहे सदना संकटी पावावे निर्वाणी रक्षावे सुरवर वंदना जय देव जय देव जय देव जय देव जय मंगल मूर्ती दर्शन मात्रे मन कामना पूर्ती जय देव जय देव टांगण वदीन चरण डोळ्यान पाहिन रूप तुझे प्रेमे आलिंगन आनंदे पूजिन भावे ओवाळीन म्हणे नमा त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बंधुश सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रवणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रिये वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृति स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायति समर्पयामि अच्युतं केशवं राम नारायणं कृष्ण दामोदरं वासुदेवं हरिं श्रीधरं माधवं गोपिका वल्लभं जानकी नायकं रामचंद्र भजे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे